Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Mars coming at you over the interwaves with another StarCraft 2 cast between InVasioN. That's not even innovation. That's not innovation. I thought it was a play on word on innovation. That's somebody no, that's not innovation. I don't know which one it is. It's not innovation. Alright, well, so much for that joke. The other side, there's Fallos with a smiley face. Alright! Yeah, this is a replay I got from castit.reddit.com. If you'd like to have your games cast, then submit your replay to castit.reddit.com, or, send them to me directly. That is marsgaming@gmail.com, and I will get right down and cast that for you. This is an Ascension to Aiur game, according to the latest patch. So, yeah, there's no Protoss here, so you won't be seeing any shield battery. However, mines from this guy may act differently, and this guy may have to actually build a separate structure rather than upgrade the Hydralisk Den in order to get lurkers, or at least if this game lasts that long or goes into that direction at all. Excuse me sniffling, it is winter. So, Diamond 1 according to the description, so I'm assuming both of these have a rudimentary build order, and indeed Fallos went for a 17 hatch before gas before pool, which indeed is my build order against Terrans, and this guy went for, I wasn't paying close enough attention to see if he got refinery before barracks, but considering the fact he's building a Reaper, I'm going to say yes, he did. He knows the very basic things about not letting 500s, yes, minerals build up, and building a command center on time. Keeping the Reaper at home in order to make sure that his opponent is not doing anything fancy with the Zerglings. Well, he already knows that from the SCV that no Zerglings are going to be out quite yet. Here are those first Zerglings. And only 2 of them. No, we've got 4 more in production just to make sure that that Reaper doesn't get any nasty surprises off. We're not really expecting the Reaper to do anything other than scouting and maybe keep the Zerg honest. Deny a creep tumor or 2, but yeah, with already queens in place and no way to get in via the back way, just to say, some maps have a back entrance for the Reaper over there. Wow. I'm out of date with today's, well, there you go. Skins. Third base being taken for Fallos right there. Very nice, very early on the 3-minute mark, just as the command center here finishes up. And we have the first couple of Hellions coming on out. Going to have no problems warning off these 5 Zerglings coming on down here. And we move into a little bit later game. Oh, are we going to get Terran upgrades, or bio upgrades, or are we going to switch it out for that starport? And alright, does see the Zerglings, but those Zerglings should be able to get a fairly decent scout off. Oh, nope, does close the door, very good. Forces a couple of SCVs off the line, takes out one of them, and indeed, does he get 2? He gets 2, very nice, very much worth it. All the scouting information he needed, he did get to see up here, did see the starport here. Possibly, if he was faster than me, then InVasioN would have gotten started something over here and maybe given his opponents the impression that something was researching, therefore not leading to switch these 2 buildings. However, I was focusing on the action, did not actually see whether that was the case, so let's assume he was not that smart. Fallos, seeing on this side, oh, does that light only come on if he's upgrading? I don't know. I don't play Terran. Well, that's to say I play Terran at about silver level, so. 6 Hellions should be able to do quite a bit of damage if they get within spitting distance of these drones. However, a couple of queens and a whole bunch of zerglings make sure that InVasioN decides to keep his distance and not do too many weird things. Oh, pooling the banshees. There's an interesting spread. So we've got an overlord here, we've got an overlord here. The only place we don't really have one is here. Now, of course, if you do control this side and that side, and then the middle here, which he doesn't, then there's a fairly decent chance you'll see everything coming through, because you just don't go this way with whatever it is you're flying. Alright, scouting Zergling, going to see if there's a third base. 2 Banshees, yep, is going to go down that gap, completely unscouted by his opponent. Make sure that Zergling hasn't gone in there, and this should be able to do quite a bit of damage. Do we have anti-air? Yes, we do. Do we have mobile anti-air? No, we don't. We have nothing. Oh, yes, we do, and it's all the way over there. Alright, well, this is not the most useful place to be. And Hellbats even. This is going to be a doozy. How much do we have here? We don't have a lot of army supply at all. 2 empty Banshees and Zerglings that get absolutely toasted by those Hellbats. And, well, here we go. Right on into the drones and say goodbye to the drones. 8 workers killed. Does manage to get a couple of them out there. But yeah, what are you going to do over here? Because the Baneling Nest is not ready yet. There's no Roachborn. So there's really, other than Queens, there's nothing here to deal with these Hellbats. Luckily, don't... But... oh, yeah, that's 1 Hellbat, 2 Hellbat, 3 Hellbat. It's very Dr. Seuss. Are we gonna 4? We're gonna get 4 Hellbat, 5 Hellbats. That was actually a lot better than I thought the Zerglings might be able to do. Oh, that many Hellbats, and then going in with Zerglings. Oh, another couple of Zerglings going to get the last couple of. Oh wow! I was not expecting that to work. I thought this was a goner for sure, and especially attacking that with Zerglings. My hat off to you, sir. Also, he lost 2 Banshees somewhere on the map. I did not see that happen. A tank. Oh, if there was less of a creep spread, he could just boof that here and shoot it from a distance. However, that's not going to happen. So, alright. Gets in, scouts, sees that it is going to be bio after that initial opening. So doesn't need to build a Roachborn. Instead going to go for a Spire. And let's see if we can kill that base. No, go for the base. Don't go for the tank. You just go for the hatchery. Alright, 33, 10, 3, and he gets it! Nice. Yes, LOL is an accurate representation of that. Fallos being put back on 3rd base, whereas InVasioN, oh, well, as his opponent said, lol, not going anywhere. Of course, now there's going to be a whole bunch of SCVs who can actually deal with it if they want, but no! Back up from Fallos, meaning that we are going to, as I mentioned, equal up the workers killed. We've got 20 versus 10, and that 3rd command center is not going to go down anywhere. He does see that siege tank right there, so knows not to go in too close with those Zerglings. And does he have burrow? He doesn't have burrow. Is he researching burrow? He's not researching burrow. That is too bad. That would be a really cool upgrade to have right now. Not just, you know, other than the delays that have already been caused. Just, you know, have him skin the span. Have him spin the scan? Yes, that is actually the words I was looking for. And with Marines and Medevacs over top. These are very nice opponents. Nobody's called, you know, anyone else an F word or an N word. Nobody said anything about each other's mothers. They're very look at that. Look at how nice they are to each other. Why can't more people be like this? Ah. Alright. So we've got Fallos fairly decently spending his money, but InVasion's not really doing that good of a job of it, not really producing out of this, really letting his money pile up, and that is why he has double the army supply of his opponent. Yep, that is probably the point I was going to make with that. Fallos sees that move out, or at least that move, even pauses within its vision. Does he see it? Yes, he does. Fallos moves his army out a little bit in the right direction, sort of, maybe. And at least InVasion is sure that he saw that and does move those out just to make sure that he isn't spotted. Can choose to go in the same angle, doesn't so much. Oh, this could be a very nice round. And Banelings. Oh, yes. Not Justin Bieber, it's the other guys. It's Mr. Husky to the Husky. And the other guy, what's the other guy's name? I swear to God, the other guy has a name as well. He's a professional singer. There's a little bit of an underestimation. The amount of SCVs they lost earlier and the amount of Marines they lost just now. Alright, let's see if we got a good run by. And there is one tank, but one tank is not going to be quite good. 2 tanks. 3 tanks. 3 tanks, there we go. Alright, that is enough to push that back. We do have a run by while all of this is going on into the main. Going to go for that upgrade. That is that first. Is that the first upgrade at all? That is the first vehicle upgrade at least. Is not going to get any additional things here, but does get that upgrade. Gets 1 addition. And is going to go for the order of command, which isn't great because he'll just do this. Very nice, moving in from this side as well, and that is going to be a whole bunch of dead SCVs. They were doing counting games earlier this game, so we can do a little bit of that, unless unfortunately they stopped at 30. An InVasion who did mute his opponent, but is still laughing at his opponent. So I'm guessing the happy, feel good, being kind to each other thing has sort of stopped. Alright, we go again with the surround by Fallos. Fallos, not going to get into the main base this time. And we have lots of Banelings, but at the front we have very strong units and not at all the squishy Marines. And the squishy Marines stay back behind the big bad Marauder. Does get 1 tank, I believe. 2nd tank is still there. And these are going to get chased down. I don't know, there's a lot of army there waiting for him. Does Fallos have? That is not a correct sentence, but there we go. Alright, 2-2-2 on the side of InVasion, and 2-2 with no melee yet. Oh, doesn't manage to get in time. Those siege tanks just about sieging up. Doesn't have any ranged upgrades until just now, and just starting that hive. So is going to be able to go up to 33, and here comes another run by, and that is a very good one. Oh, over here we're going to get a very nasty surprise for Fallos. If he now pulls back, he's going to have a very good trade, because once again we were at 30 SCVs lost last time. We are now at 49. That is a grand increase of 19, because I, unlike the person who was accused of this earlier in the match, can count. Alright, here we go once again with the surround, and now we just have Mutalists, no Hydralists they're called, are going to get chased down if there's nothing there further back to defend, and indeed there isn't. Still pulls back, does InVasion, and moves out his 4th base. Want to get a planetary fortress. Now this is an angle of attack that Fallos has used quite a bit, so it might just be that Fallos is going to be able to surround that with absolutely no problems. If I really want to call him InVasion. If InVasion does indeed leave that there unattended, instead going to go this way once again, and not a bad. No, are we not doing that? We're not doing that. Alright, we're not doing that. The completely open mineral line. Oh, now we're doing it. But InVasioN is moving out. And InVasioN has quite a bit of an army. 106 through 56. So yeah, you're going to be able to take all of this out. But your opponent might just be in your base. Alright, it does move quite a bit of the army back. But that is pure Hydralisk. And nothing there to buffer for it. Ooh, that was quite slurry. Which could be quite dangerous. And here we go. There's the 4th base. That's going to go completely down. There we go. The Hydralisks. All of those banelings stuck behind those Hydralisks. And that is a great little spread on this choke point for InVasioN. Fallos is going to have a hard time coming from that direction. And yet he does so again. Going in for these unprotected siege tanks. Does get a couple of them, and a couple of the bios as well, but the rest of the army of Fallos completely disintegrates. There's a whole bunch of Hydras still here. 56 Zerglings still in production. If he can get that and maybe move these to his new 4th base, he's going to have an absolutely great time. Oh, nice round. Also gets the tanks and cleans that up at the mere cost of a base, but how is your main base, dear friend? Well, uninvaded by InVasioN. So, not that bad of big of a deal. This base has gone down in the meantime. And let's see. Oh! Leaving his wall up once again is InVasioN. And we are now at 66 workers killed, which is not bad considering he still has 44. It's not it's an overlord. That's nice. Alright. Here we go, once again, a couple of Marauders, lots of Marauders actually coming in. We are going to be able to take out that hatchery once again if he so chooses. There's nothing there to protect that. Decent creep spread everywhere except this place does get the cancel off, which is very nice. So we got a good creep spread here. Got a good creep spread here, and here we're about to go up here as well. A lot of use of here, and we have an Ultralisk. Once again, are you going to go into the main base? No, you are not. Do you have anything that flies? Because that would be really good. Ooh, really good. F2 is only the natural base in my games, not in other people's games. That doesn't work. Alright, here we go into the main base. And almost gets that sensor tower. May just burn down, and indeed it is going to. So that should hinder quite a bit of that. And did he know about this? No, he doesn't. Fallos gets into the main base. That's not... Oh, that is very fortuitous indeed. That is very fortuitous. Alright, is going to be able to cancel this once again if he chooses. No, there's actually banelings there. And once again moves up in order to threaten this over here. We've got 3, 4 banelings. 3 of the 4 banelings get taken out. And InVasioN doing a good job at keeping once again these marines behind the big beefy marauders, who definitely should be used with their 125 health in order to soak the banelings and not the squishy marines. Some of the poor lads who get left behind over here. And moving up to the high ground gives him plenty of time to deploy his tanks. So very nicely done by InVasioN right there. Now going to come in from behind and into the planetary fortress. Is going to be able to take that out. And cleans this up completely. InVasioN says, fucking hell, I only have one choice, and one choice it is, and that is move in with all of my forces to take this out, because my 3rd base is gone, my other 3rd base is gone. The only thing I can do here is take this out. If I can take out all of these banelings before they hatch, I may just have a chance. And there goes his round from Fallos. Fallos taking out the remaining of the army, and with for shizzle jizzle GG, InVasioN leaves the game. If you enjoyed this video, press that like button. If you'd like to see more of me, subscribe.